recently, I received this take-home design exercise from a sleep startup in New York that is the most demanding I've ever seen in my entire career. Let me just show you the document. So this was the brief that I was sent. And keep in mind, at the very start of this interview process, when I was talking with the recruiter, I asked them what the process was going to be like. They told me it's going to be something like this. Recruiter, co-founder / hiring manager, PM lead, then on-site. And then they said that this take-home was going to be a few hours for wireframes. So my impression was this was going to be reviewed at the on-site together. When it turns out, the actual interview process is something like this. They added another PM lead interview, and then they added the 1 hour review for this take-home in addition to actually doing the take-home, and then the on-site, and then with the CEO or co-founder, which they added on as the final step. This is the brief itself. So hypothetically, if they launched a ring, they want to integrate this into their existing app experience. And they want the candidate to create a completely new experience for an entire new product into existing products. These are all the questions you should be answering in presentations. And they even linked their design system. And then on top of that, you have a 1 hour review, and you're not even invited to the on-site yet. You have to review and then see if you make it on-site. This is like asking for Google level work while not being Google, yet Google has taken away their design exercise. The math is not mathin'. When I asked them if this would be compensated, they responded no, and then their immediate justification for this, without me even asking, was that they saw an increase in take-home challenges. I'm not sure if that's true because as a candidate, I haven't seen this to be the case, and I've never received a design exercise to the level and requirement that this brief has, linking their entire design system and creating an entire new in-app experience for an entirely new product. And the chances of this work being used is pretty high because in my experience and other designers' experience, I've seen take-home challenges like this, and companies do end up using them. And this kind of project will take at least a week to design, to polish, to present for an hour during review. Lily here. Originally, I was not going to talk about what I sent in that email, but I am feeling petty today. And it was the most extensive and demanding interview process I've ever seen. At first, I was planning to just write a 1-sentence email and withdraw myself from the interview process. However, when I thought about all the other candidates and designers that they were taking advantage of, it really got the fire burning, and I really got kind of upset thinking about it. So I decided to be transparent and just let them know what exactly was on my mind because I felt like someone had to stand up against this. So I told them that I felt disingenuous and unethical to demand this much work on an existing product using their existing design system. I did not have a good experience with the recruiter either. They would call me randomly in the morning, like for example, they called me at 8:47 a.m. in the morning because I didn't respond to their take-home challenge email the day before. The professional courtesy is you arrange a time to meet with someone and then you call them. And this just shows a serious lack of respect for the candidate. Anyways, back to the video. As designers and generally just tech employees, I think we need to band together and reject these kind of assignments because they set a precedent for the kind of behavior other companies will think is acceptable. I wanted to share this and get this off my chest and get your thoughts because I let them know my thoughts. But I'm curious, would you take this challenge? Have you ever gotten a challenge like this? And if you did you reject it? And if you were to receive something like this, would you also let them know your thoughts? Let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to read them.